So I am going to be talking about the entertainment education theory. So most of us grew up watching shows like Sesame Street, Curious George, The Magic School Bus, or even The Berenstain Bears. And one thing all these shows have in common is they implement the education entertainment theory. Now, you might be wondering, what is this theory? Well, it's using entertainment to educate or persuade the audience. It changes behaviors, creates favorable attitudes, increases knowledge by blending entertainment with educational messages. It uses narratives, characters, and storylines to subtly convey messages and keep the audience hooked into the show, drama, or whatever is being presented. And it is rooted in the social learning theory where people learn by observing the behaviors and consequences of others. So going back to these shows, for example, The Magic School Bus, it taught students or children lessons like science lessons through the use of a TV show. So this kept kids more interested and more willing to learn about these different subjects because it was more entertaining and through a TV series. So now we'll be watching a clip from Mary Lou Galichin, who studied journalism from Arizona State University.
First, a Payne study that found that 50% of us get our political news from late-night talk shows. And if you look at the under 30-year-olds, that percentage goes up to 80%.
So as she spoke about, many people get their news forms from a political talk show because this is a more entertaining way of them to get these forms of news instead of just watching a Fox News or any news that they watch. It is more effective in conveying points and messages to the audience as they are more likely to stay hooked and attentive to the information presented to them. There are 3 different methods of the entertainment education theory. First is a narrative-based method, where there's the use of stories, drama, and soap operas to engage the audience. An example of this is Humlog, which is an Indian drama series, which teaches the Indian audience Indian perspectives and cultures. Then there's the role modeling method, in which characters in the education entertainment programs serve as positive role models and demonstrate desired behaviors and outcomes. For example, Snow White or Ratatouille, when children watch these movies or shows, they're likely to implement the behaviors that they see in such actors or models. So this is like teaching children how they should act. And then the third method is collaboration, in which there is a collaboration between media practitioners and change agents. So like in Sid the Science Kid, they are teaching science topics to children, and they're collaborating with different science networks or teachers to see what should be presented to children in order for them to learn these topics effectively. Now we'll be listening to Steve Jobs talk about animation.
How many of you saw Toy Story? Even better. So the first thing I want to cover is why is this important? One of the reasons it's important is because animation is one of the most lucrative places in all of entertainment to be, feature animation.
So as Steve Jobs said, animation is a very lucrative industry. And it's also lucrative in the sense that it teaches children things that traditionally they might not learn as effectively as if they were watching it on a show or a movie. Thank you.